Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 131, Lamar. Today's guest is going to get you did.
It is Sean Ashley from Homicide McLeod, not McLeod, because we had that debate, and it has been cleared up. It is Homicide McLeod. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Sean.
Dude, thank you guys for having me, man. This is fucking awesome. And thank you guys for reviewing the flicks. Like, I have to say, you know, it's goofy doing what the hell I do and having people actually take the time to watch them and then share their thoughts. Like, it means the world. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. When people ask us what has been our favorite ones that we've reviewed, we always bring that one up. We're like, you got to watch it.
Dude, thank you. Hell yeah. That was the goal. You know, like I'm a fan of the shit, you know, like I work with all of my friends. It's kind of like a big family circus when we're making these fucking flicks. So there, you know, it's not just me like Kanye West self-indulgent style. I get off on like watching Randall be Slaughter McLeod, you know, even my wife joining the mix in the sequel. So it's just
nice.
It's just fun to watch. Yeah, man.
So going off of that, you say you're with your friends and people that you know. Now, was this just something you guys decided to do, or have you been in the film? How did you get into film just straight up?
Back in 2011, my brother and I moved to Atlanta. I moved here to be in live sound. I'm an audio engineer, so I do live production. And he went to the Art Institute here for film. While he was there, he learned how to blow up heads.
Okay.
And so that was it. And he did that. And then it just like Pandora's box in my brain. And I'm going, oh shit, we got to write something just so we can blow up people's heads. Right. So we did like a bunch of shorts and I came up with the homicide character because I was watching the old Morgan Conway, Dick Tracy's. And, you know, the whole time they're calling him Homicide. So it's Tracy, Homicide, Tracy, Homicide. And I was just like, oh man, wouldn't it be so funny if you were kind of spoofing it and the guy's name was Homicide? And instead of saving the day, you know, I mean, I guess he is, but it's more or less like no rules. He's causing homicides, you know, because that's really what these guys are doing in these movies anyway. So right when my brother shows me, you know, I'm just sitting there looking at his computer. He's like, dude, watch this. Head's gone. And I'm like, dude, the possibilities are endless at this point, which, you know, some people are like, dude, come on, man. You can do more than that. And I'm like, no, dick, fart jokes, and heads exploding is kind of where that's my taste, dude.
Well, it connects with us.
It's timeless. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And the timeless thing, that's an unwritten, not unwritten, it's a spoken rule on set. And kind of when I write the screenplays with my brother-in-law, and he's got like the you're a chode if the head don't explode. That's all him. So he's got some great one-liners.
I was going to ask you about the one-liners because that was one of my favorite things. The Get 'em did and all that. Where did all the take me through when you guys came up with it when we're like, oh, yeah, we got to put that in.
So the Getting 'em did is slang that my brother and I have used for our whole lives. Like, it just feels like, I think I want to say like something like in video game mode, like you're playing video game, like, oh, I'm gonna get you fucking dead, dude, you know. And it just kept rolling. And then when we were making Homicide, it just kind of, it became a thing. And honestly, it's awesome that you guys are down with that, because that's the thing that people repeat back to me more often than not. Even like if I'm on Instagram and I'm getting a comment from somebody always says, you know, get them dead. And it's like, you know, it's totally the catchphrase. So that's like my real life infiltrating the art.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And people dig it. So kind of bummed right now that I've got to delay production on Old Man Slaughter, because I've already, you know, the money's been invested. I've got all I had everything ready to go. And unfortunately, last week, it's been 10 days, my family got COVID for the first time. And so it was a reality check. Not that I needed it, but it just made me be like, okay, I'm going and working for some of the bigger music companies in the world, and they can't protect me. So how the hell am I going to protect my cast and crew? I'd feel so guilty. So we're just putting it on hold. It's still coming, you know, screenplay, everything's done. It's just a matter of getting it filmed and making that happen, which we do it so fast. These movies are shot in about a week and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the way I do it, I have a plan. As chaotic as the movies are, I really do have a plan when I set forward. Like, I know I'm going to do this day. If I'm doing X scenes with X actors, you know, I only need them for a day or two. So I make sure I'm not wasting people's time.
Right.
And for continuity and all that shit, it just makes everything so much faster. So that's like my breakdown of the movie is, okay, this character's in this scene, this scene, this scene, this scene. That means I have to shoot those scenes Saturday and Sunday. So I've got them. Right?
What is the craziest on-set thing that has happened? Because it seems like it comes from a place that's just so chaotic.
Again, nothing super chaotic has happened. I really try to make it a relaxing thing because I make the movies themselves, like you were saying, are so chaotic that I really try not to make that the set, make that like the world. So nothing too crazy has happened. However, I will say, if you're making a movie, fuck using mannequins, because when they fall over, they break. And they, you know, like, so the whole time we're making Homicide Never Dies, if you go back and watch, Gwen's wig is constantly shifting. And that's because between every take, she'd fall over. So, you know, you'd have an actor standing there and they'd turn, shoulder nudge. There goes the mannequin. And you're like, gosh, it's okay. I got to put her arms back on. I got to get the head back on. Okay, now we can shoot, you know?
Well, going off of the mannequins, because I was wondering about the animal costumes and the blow-up dolls as characters and stuff. Was that stuff that you just immediately thought was funny, or was it part comedy, part genius, but also part necessity? Like, hey, let's use this, it'll cut down on resource.
All the above, dude. All the above. Yeah. So I'm a huge Danger 5 fan. I think their boss was like an American Eagle. And I was just like, man, I'm going to do that. And I'll just get a bunch of animal masks, you know. And at the time when I was writing it, I wasn't thinking that. And then you go into the logistics of like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? And that's actually part of my creative process. So like when I'm writing these stories in my head, I'm writing it like it's badass.
Yeah. Right.
Like I'm writing Dirty Harry. But then when I go to make it, the fun part is I'm like, how can I make my movie really, really stupid and maintain the core story that I'm trying to tell, but then do all these crazy elements? So like animal masks were great. Blow up dolls, all of that stuff really just came by in my creative wheel to go, how can I fuck with it? Like, how can I take this idea and then do what nobody else is going to do, or take, you know, like I said, like Danger 5 does. I'm not doing anything that I feel like I haven't seen before.
Right.
And I have friends who have seen my movie and they're like, dude, I've never seen a movie like this. And I'm like, well, I have. You know, I'm like, well, I've seen it before, but maybe I'm lucky. Maybe there is, like you said, like a stroke of genius happening that I'm just completely unaware of. But the fun thing for me recently is realizing that I was making like live action cartoons and working with actually Lustful Toons. I was like, I need an artist who's willing to do anything to bring that energy to Homicide. And so like, just seeing that cartoon element even more just thrown in my face, it just, for Old Man Slaughter and for Homicide 3, which I've already written, I just want that cartoon element to just really come to life.
Now, you said a couple of things. How do I fuck with it? You're talking about Lustful cartoons, and you got the hat on. How did you get connected with Troma? Because we are also fans of Troma. We love them. They love us. How did you make that bridge between you and them?
When I was making it, again, you know, you're thinking about like your own restrictions and then how you're going to get above that. I was making it like, I'm going to make my own Troma movie, right? Because I didn't know how to do it. So I was just like, well, I'll just make what I think I would make if Troma was helping me do it. So we had our premiere in 2017 local. It was pretty good. Like, I think like 30 people showed up, some friends, and it was cool. And I was like, yeah, our movie's on the big screen. We had our premiere. Sweet. And then nothing really happened with it. And I didn't make hard copies, and we put it on the web. And again, it was like, I think we went to one convention in 2018 to try to promote it. And then I looked into Troma, and it's like, you can submit and they would take it, right? A guy named Arlo, who was working there, who I've been digital friends with since, because he changed my life. Yeah. So shout out to Arlo. But Arlo was working for Troma at the time, and I got an email while I was on a gig that just said, hey, we like Homicide. Like, we'll send you the contract. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. Like, that was it. That was the goal for, you know what I mean? Like, mission accomplished. So then I kind of took it that next step. Like, instead of just like, I made a movie, cool. I was like, no, you know what? I made a fucking movie. And then I got kind of more confident with it. And then I wanted to make another one. It just becomes an avalanche where, like, that snowball just, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I can't express it any more than, like, I have a blast writing it. I have a blast shooting it. And then I feel like my energy then carries over to my friends, who then just send it right back to me, and even talking to you guys. And like, when I watched y'all's review of it, that, like, it was game changer. Cause I think you guys said something about, like, I want to see a trilogy, you wanted to see
yes.
You motherfuckers inspired me. I was like, oh shit, I got to get writing, like, the people want it. So, so it got done. That's what I did in 2021. I wrote Old Man Slaughter the first 6 months, and then the last 6 months I wrote Homicide 3. So it's all just got to get made at this point.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward. And now everyone can watch the first two on Troma now. Now, me and Lamar are privileged enough to have hard copies and merch. Can other people get hard copies and merch, and where can they find you?
HomicideMcLeod.com. And you can stream both the movies. The sequel, Homicide Never Dies, will be on Troma now. I'm not sure when. I don't know how their uploading schedule works. But the contract's been signed. It'll be on there eventually. However, you don't have to wait. You can go to HomicideMcLeod.com, and I've got hard copies of both movies that just got printed a couple months ago. I've got guitar picks and some stickers, and I think I've got, like, poster prints are still available. So the merch is there. Really just go watch the movies. If you're watching this and you want to watch some trashy, silly stuff, please go watch my movies.
Do you have ideas for doing different types of things, like different, like, characters and stuff like that?
Yeah, you know what? You guys get this one. Okay, so you guys get this one.
Exclusive.
So exclusive.
We'll make it most.
This is big. My wife's gonna be like, "Why did you say that?" So anyway, after we do Old Man Slaughter, and after I finish the trilogy, which I will say this: it is over after Homicide 3.
Ooh,
it's bold. Okay, so it is the Dark Knight Rises of my trilogy.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. I have a new character and a whole new idea, but I'm going to make a movie called The Butt Doctor. And that's what's coming. So you get the title. The Butt Doctor is coming.
All of this is connected. What was the name of the movie that we reviewed? Can't remember.
Butt Boy. We reviewed
Butt Boy.
B movie.
If you need inspiration, watch Butt Boy. That threw us for a loop. Like,
all right, Butt Boy.
Butt Boy. It's on Tubi, right?
It's on Tubi, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hell yeah. I love the title.
That threw us for a loop because it's as goofy as you think, but they play it up super serious.
Yes.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, they don't acknowledge the joke really. So.
All right, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, big dreaming would be to get you guys up here for the big premiere and do some Perfect Turd podcasts in Atlanta.
Well, there you go. That's totally possible, actually.
It is,
man.
A 4-hour drive. It's not bad.
Dude, the wheels are turning, man.
Hell yes. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Sean, we thank you very much for joining us. We had the real Homicide McLeod with us today. Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. Homicide McLeod on the website, social media, Watch Troma now, all the places.
Now. Yeah, man. And go to y'all's. You got the .com now.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Fuck yeah. We're
awesome.
We're all doing it.
We're doing it, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you guys so much, man. Rock on.
Peace.
Deuce.